Hey there, Cancer. Welcome to your reading for the week of September 2nd. You start with this Y card and this new life card. I love this new life card. This lady is kind of like being lifted up on a pedestal, and she has a new life that she is celebrating. So I think that you are about to be celebrating your new life. I feel like that Y card is saying that you should stop asking questions about why something happened to you, like a breakup, a separation, or something from the past, right? Because that could be holding you back. Clearly you are heading towards something new. You have the Judgment card. The Judgment card, these people are rising up out of these coffins, and the coffin represents their old life. Outside the coffin represents their new life. So the Judgment card is all about, kind of stepping into a new life or a new opportunity. And, now is a great time to do that anyway. So, there you go. But let's see. Again, you start with this Y card and this new life card. So you're clearly stepping into some sort of new life. It's like a blessed new life, I would say. You have the Judgment card, you have the Empress, Six of Wands, you have the Two of Wands as well showing up in the good stuff. Two of Wands in the good stuff would represent making a lot of progress. Your first card here is the Eight of Wands, and the Eight of Wands would represent quick progress or quick success coming in for you. I feel like you want to change. Right next to the Eight of Wands, you have the Seven of Pentacles. The Seven of Pentacles says, is the juice worth the squeeze? Is what you've been working on all along, is it worth it or not? Or is there something better that you could be doing with your life? And so I feel for a lot of you that this is basically saying that you want more out of life, or there are different or better things that you want to be doing in your life. And the Eight of Wands is saying, like, make the moves. We also see a lot of stuff about communication here. You have the Eight of Wands, and you also end with this card that says communicate on it. So I think it would be great, anything that you want to say to anyone for any reason, I think it would be a great time for you to speak up. You also have the Strength card, and this lady has her hands in this lion's mouth, but sometimes that lion represents your inner voice or your inner critic or your inner demons or whatever you want to call it. And the lion, it again, is her voice, but she has it's kind of like she has her hands like controlling its mouth. And so if you have been like controlling your mouth, if you haven't been saying something like in work or business or about a change or about progress or something like that, I definitely feel it's time for you to speak up. You have the Five of Wands. Five of Wands is like fearing conflict, and that's not the only thing it can represent, but that's what I feel intuitively. I feel like you are fearing that something won't work out or that there will be some sort of conflict in your life. You even end with the Five of Swords. The Five of Swords is coming up in the good stuff. And again, the Five of Swords and the good stuff would kind of say that whatever you are thinking is going to cause conflict is actually going to be a victory. Five of Swords and the good stuff is definitely a victory. You have the Six of Swords here, and the Six of Swords is about like moving on to calmer shores. It's about improvements. So I do feel a lot of you are going to be noticing improvements. We also go up to the Four of Swords, which can be resting, relaxing, recovering. So if you are thinking about having a new beginning with that Judgment card, Judgment doesn't necessarily represent a new beginning, but it kind of does because they're stepping into a new life. And if you are thinking, and you have the new life card, right? So if you are thinking about like moving towards something new, then this is definitely confirmation that you should, right? Not only that, we have the Empress right next to the Six of Swords. So the Empress is like total abundance, total success. The Empress represents ease as well, like things being easier than you think. All she has to do is wave that scepter in front of her to grow her abundance, so she's not having to do anything hard, and that's definitely popping into my head. With the Eight of Wands, you have the Magician. The Magician represents needing to have a new beginning. Sometimes I feel the Magician is ready to kind of take a leap of faith. We go from the Fool to the Magician, High Priestess, and Empress. And I feel sometimes that the Magician says that you are ready. That he comes up after the Fool, but he kind of maybe needs to get started, and I get that feeling here. The Magician also says that you're getting ready for a big change. He is a card of reinvention, and we go to the Seven of Pentacles. So this right here would kind of represent needing to look at the work that you're doing and needing to determine if you are using the right tools for the job. The Magician has mastery over all the suits in the tarot. With the Seven of Pentacles, those two together would basically say that are you doing the right thing, or are you using the right tools to get what you want. With the Five of Wands, you have the Ace of Swords. communication, like I said. So maybe some of you are conflicted about communicating, especially if this is for work or business. Some of you might be nervous about like asking your boss for a raise or a promotion, or maybe you're afraid of saying the wrong thing at work. But, the Ace of Swords is about your inner truth and expressing your inner truth. So again, I think it would be a good time to open your mouth, right? Plain and simple. With the Six of Wands, you have the Nine of Pentacles. Can't make this up. We have pre-Empress energy and then the Empress. The Nine of Pentacles is total abundance, total success, good things coming in for you. Next, in the area of what's coming in for you, you have this Empathy card and this Strength card. You have clearly developed a lot of strength. You have the Strength card showing up in this reading. The Strength card, this Strength card right here that I'm holding in my hand, you can see those waves in the storm. It's kind of saying to me that you've been through some sort of storm, and I feel like this storm has made you stronger. It has prepared you for, a good life, or has prepared you for something better. And so I think that a lot of you have been through something. I think the Empathy card is about being kind to yourself. I'm pretty sure in one of your recent readings, here, Cancer, that I said something about you needing to be kind to yourself. The Empress kind of represents self-care, taking care of yourself, so it would be a good time to do all those things. You have the Seven of Pentacles, the Judgment card, and the Empress. It's like I don't feel like you are holding yourself back from abundance, but I also feel like you are. So I know that's confusing, but it's like you're not, but you are at the same time. So I think you really need to look at the things that you're doing in work or business, especially, right? And the Seven of Pentacles says, is the juice worth the squeeze? Is it worth it for you to be putting your energy into something, or would your energy be better used somewhere else? And again, I can't answer that question for you. You have to look at what you're doing and say, like, this is worth it or this isn't. And I would definitely do that because it's like clearly the universe wants you to step into something new. We have all these cards, even just an ace on its own, the Ace of Swords, can represent more, it really represents living your truth. So if there's some sort of truth inside of you, it's like you have to let it out to get this right here. And, this truth could be anything. It's like maybe you need to tell your boss that the way you work isn't working and that there needs to be a change. Maybe you need to ask for a raise or a promotion. Maybe you're working on something you have to leave, or whatever the case may be. It's like I think that this is saying, this and the Ace of Swords are clearly talking about like what's inside of you. Those inside the coffin needs to come out, right? And so for things to change, that's the whole point of the Judgment card, is that for things to change, the truth has to come out. And I definitely feel that with this reading. You have the Empress, very attractive at this time. So if you want love, I would definitely get out there with the Empress card, or get attention, or whatever the case may be. The Empress is also, I was really getting more a message of ease, Again, all she has to do is wave that scepter in front of her, and the wheat in front of her will grow. And, a long time ago, right, I decided that, me personally in business, I only focus on what I'm good at, right? And I started hiring people. So this has allowed me to run all my businesses, all my crazy ideas that I have, right? But I can focus on doing the things I'm good at, and I get people to fill in the gaps, right? And this puts me in Empress mode, right? Because it allows me to just do things that are easy for me. And I feel that with the Empress. It's like, but I also feel that some of you could be doing something that isn't going anywhere, and it would be better for you to take that energy and double down on things that are easier for you. So again, you're gonna have to look at the work that you do, and you're gonna have to say like, okay, this is working, but this isn't, and I would double down on the good stuff. With the Seven of Pentacles, you have the Nine of Cups. I feel like a Knight in Shining Armor could be coming in for you for sure, but I feel like you're a little bit afraid of love. Nine of Pentacles to the Six of Swords. Sometimes that energy, and also the Judgment card, it's like you've created a nice little shell for yourself with the Judgment card, and you need to break out of the shell, right? And so there clearly could be love available to you, but I feel like the truth needs to come out. It's like your inner truth. You have to put yourself out into the world, right? With the Judgment card, you have the Seven of Cups. Stop imagining things. I think everybody needs to do this right now. It's not just you here, Cancer. I feel like I keep saying Capricorn. So sorry if I've been calling you Capricorn. I hope I haven't, but I feel Capricorn. Capricorn is obviously your opposite sign. I haven't done Capricorn yet this week, and it won't be coming out until tomorrow, or unless you're watching it later in the week. But you might want to watch the Capricorn reading, because I keep thinking Capricorn in my head. But the Seven of Cups is what I will say is that everybody's dealing with this. It is like the big kind of confusion, imagination. It's Neptune and Pisces is what I think this is right now. And it's saying that you have these big dreams or you're imagining big things, but you are also imagining the good things and bad things that could happen if you do something like open up to love or ask your boss for a raise or ask for a promotion or leave something behind. It's like maybe you need to leave something. And the Seven of Cups says, well, you don't really know what's going to happen until you do it, so you just have to do it. With the Empress, you have the Two of Pentacles. This is about juggling exactly what I said. It's almost like you're doing something that is a waste of time, and you're doing some things that are not a waste of time that are actually easy. And I feel the Two of Pentacles is saying that you don't have to spin plates. You don't have to juggle so much. You can choose to do what's working, or you can put yourself in a situation where things work. Next, in the area of messages from your future self, you have this Crow Spirit. It says you'll soon receive news that will bring some blessed experiences into your life. Love it. Amazing. You have this Day and Night. It says there's current disharmony due to existing differences in some matter. Are you kidding? We basically talked about this. So again, I think that there is, like I said, I don't want to say that you're wasting your time on something, but again, if you have a boss that's like super inflexible and isn't willing to do the things that are required to make something work, at a certain point, I almost just had a heart attack. I thought my audio was off and I didn't see it moving, and I was freaking out because the other day I recorded a whole set of readings with no audio. But anyway, again, you might have a boss who isn't willing to do things to allow the business to grow or allow for you to make more money. And I feel, that's basically what this is talking about, is that like some sort of circumstance or there's some sort of difference between you and someone else's vision, and I feel it could be financially related. And I feel like this is saying it's time to like look for something else, or, it's time to focus on other things. You have the Four of Swords, the Strength card, and the Justice card. Four of Swords is resting, relaxing, recovering. I think it would be an amazing time to continue to heal yourself, nurture yourself, take care of yourself with that Empress energy for sure. You have the Strength card. The Strength card is about strength, of course, and being strong. There was something here about you controlling your tongue. You can kind of see the lion's tongue is sticking out of its mouth, and it's like I feel like there is something that wants to be said that is not being said in your life. And so don't be afraid to speak up, especially in work or business, but it could be any area of your life. I feel for most of you it's work, but again, like I said, it could be anything. And I feel like this is saying let it out, right? It could even be love. It's like people tell me all the time, they're like, I'm in love with my best friend. Like every Monday I answer questions with Bonnie, right? And every Monday there's someone that's like, oh, I'm in love with my best friend. Should I tell him? I'm like, well, it's like you're kind of living a lie right now by not saying it because you feel it. And it's like, yes, I understand not wanting to lose a friend, but it's like really you don't really, when you think about it, you don't want to be friends with that person. You want more. So it's like, I think it's better to just get it out and put it out there. And then at least you're not driving yourself crazy thinking every single day, is my best friend interested in me, right? And I feel like someone needs to hear that. So, there you go. You have the Justice card. The Justice card is about balance or creating balance in your life. It can also represent positive karma. With the Judgment card, this could represent justice coming into your life. So if you're dealing with like a legal matter or some sort of, legal situation, this could also be justice coming in for you. With the Four of Swords, you have the High Priestess. Some of you could be attracting a Pisces. I don't know. Pisces, I'm a Pisces, right? Pisces has been all up in everybody's business. So, like I said, I'll speak for Pisces and I'll say, I don't know. Pisces is obsessed with everyone, so be careful. But what I would say is that this could also represent trusting your intuition. And the other thing is, about the High Priestess is that the High Priestess has no roof over her head, and it represents unlimited potential. And, I always think of the High Priestess as saying, there are no limits to what you can accomplish. And you have that new life card where she's being lifted up on a pedestal. So I think you really need to believe that you can accomplish something great at this time. With the Strength card, you have the King of Cups. Definitely could be a water sign, at least, that's coming in for you. I would say it's probably someone who has a lot of strength. King of Cups is usually a person who is very emotionally stable, usually a person who has explored their emotions to a deep level. Usually, they are explorers in life. He has this boat behind him, The boat on the King of Cups represents a person, it kind of represents a time where our ancestors would get on boats and they wouldn't know where they were going, and they were just exploring, hoping to find land. So again, it could be that type of person, like a person who explores things that are like unusual, or who kind of like marches to the beat of their own drum, right? And it could be like that type of person. That's definitely popping into my head. With the Justice card, you have the Six of Swords. Yeah, moving on to calmer shores. We see Six of Swords twice. Right here. So I think that there are improvements. Sometimes I feel with the Justice card that the Justice card is kind of saying, with the Six of Swords, when I get this combination, sometimes I feel that it basically is saying you're getting the answers you need to move forward. So again, if you are in a work situation, or any situation for that matter, that just isn't working, I feel that you're kind of getting the answers this week that it's not going to work. And you could be wasting your time, right? You have this Talk to the Moon card. It says communicate. You have this Moon Magic card. It says transformation on it. And I feel like you are transforming. I feel like you are changing. Obviously, it would be a great time for you to speak up, especially in work or business, but, could be any area of your life. And, I think this is going to be a positive transformation. You have the Five of Swords, the Six of Wands, and the Two of Wands. This would really represent winning something. Six of Wands is a victory. Five of Swords is what in the area of the good stuff would be a victory, because he has won. So it's like you are walking away a winner. And if you are walking away from something at this time, this would say that you are walking away a winner. And, again, I think that would be a really good thing for you. It's crazy that I had a dream last night. It's crazy. I'm watching my lips in my, I have a teleprompter in front of me so I can see myself when I do these readings, right? And it kind of popped into my head. I had a dream last night where it's like someone was saying to me that my lips weren't moving. as weird as that sounds, right? Like I was talking to a person, they're like, your lips aren't moving. I remember this now from my dream. So again, that's popping into my head, funny enough. And I feel for a lot of you that, again, this reading is saying your lips need to move. You have that's where the victory will come from. You have the Six of Wands, and the Six of Wands is a victory again, so I feel like you are having some sort of win or victory. I kind of feel like this is something you see. Like you want something, you have this new life card, you want to be put on this pedestal or whatever you want to call it. And I feel like this card is saying that you need to kind of, you will have that victory. You see it, now you need to move towards it. You have the Two of Wands. Two Wands in the good stuff would be a lot of progress. It would also be a big change. Two Wands is all about leaving a comfort zone, but it's showing up in the good stuff. So I feel like you are going to step outside a comfort zone and really make things happen. So I love this for you. I think this is very good. With the Five of Swords, you have the Four of Pentacles. Another comfort zone card. So again, the Five of Swords would be the risk of leaving a comfort zone. Showing up in the good stuff, it would say that you will have a victory if you leave a comfort zone. I also really like this for money. So I really like money at the end of the year here for water signs. I don't think this is true for everyone, like all signs, but I really feel that water has a great opportunity to improve their finances, right? With the Six of Wands, you have the Tower. Again, coming up in the good stuff. Wouldn't even worry about it. I do think that there are going to be global tower moments this week, the second. On the first, Pluto, I'm pretty sure hits 29 degrees of Capricorn, which makes me a little bit nervous. Pluto on the cusp alone of Aquarius and Capricorn is the death of establishment. And so 29 degrees is kind of like that final degree. It's the critical degree. I think that, starting this week, we could see plenty of global tower moments. What does that mean? Well, really, Capricorn would be the truth coming to light. So, again, we've already seen a bunch of truths coming to light. I think we'll see more. And, again, just, keep your head on straight, right? But the other thing is that, again, coming up in the area of the good stuff, this would say you're overcoming a tower moment. But really, what I would say is that you have the Judgment card and the Tower. I consider this to be the most powerful combination in the tarot. They're not really touching, but they are in the same row. And this could represent like a major wake-up call or having a major revelation, and it would be good because it's showing up in the good stuff. Yes, with the Two of Wands, you have the Strength card. I feel like you are going to speak up in whatever situation you need to speak up in, so I'm not even worried about it, Cancer. I feel like I called you Capricorn again, or I don't know why I keep thinking Capricorn in your reading. Hopefully I haven't been calling you Capricorn this whole entire time, but Capricorn keeps popping into my head. Maybe it's a Capricorn you're attracting or someone with Capricorn in their chart or something, but it keeps popping into my head. You have this criticism card. I feel like you're fearing criticism. And, here's the other thing as well that I will tell you is intuitively I feel that if you are speaking up in a work situation, that a person might be super petty. It's like a person might get like that and, might start criticizing you. But I think that really it's just going to show you that they're a baby in the first place. So I would just ignore it. But I do feel like you could get criticized if you do leave something. But again, I would just ignore it. They're a baby. You have this quarrel card. Again, I feel like you're fearing conflict. Five of Swords, right? And so even though the Five of Swords is coming up in the good stuff, I feel like you're trying to be like a peacemaker, or you're hoping to maintain peace. For some of you, again, I feel like you're dealing with a baby. This could be like a boss, a mentor, someone you work with, and it's like you're telling them that something isn't working and you want to leave or whatever you want to do. And again, I think I kind of get, like, I'm not going to sugarcoat it, right? Like, I feel the energy, but I would just ignore it anyway. You have this inspiration card. You are clearly feeling more inspired to do something new. You have the new life card, judgment. Even the tower and the good stuff can be an inspiration. The tower can be a light bulb moment, and you could be having a light bulb moment or a sudden, insight or sudden inspiration that is leading you towards success, and that's what I would move towards. You have this intuition card. Yeah, very intuitive week. You're a Cancer. You also have the High Priestess here, so I would trust your intuition. And finally, you have this bluff card. This is about you calling other people's bluff and doing something with your life that other people don't expect you to do. And so I feel like a lot of you could be kind of like calling people's bluff, or maybe you're accomplishing something that other people said you couldn't accomplish, and I definitely feel that here as well. But super interesting reading here, Cancer. It's a good one. I like where this is going. So thank you for being here, and definitely enjoy your week.